Welcome to Basic Brewing Video. I'm James Spencer, taking some refuge here in the shade from the heat. It's around 100 degrees here in northwest Arkansas, quite a contrast to Seattle, Washington, which was nice and cool. We were there last week for the National Homebrewers Conference, and this is our 7th. We go every year, and one of the events that we always look forward to is called Pro Night. That's where a bunch of professional brewers gather in one place to share their beers with the homebrewers who have gathered for the conference. Now, I gave Andy Sparks and Steve Wilkes the task of going around and looking for some good beers there. And I gave Steve the microphone to talk to a few of the brewers.
Okay, so Andy, here we are on Pro Night. What do you think?
As always, this is an amazing event.
Let's go see what's going on. My name is Steve Wilkes. I'm with BasicBrewing.com, and you guys have one of the best breweries in the whole damn world. Tell me about it.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. We've been in business 26 years now. We do a variety of brews. We've got 7 or 8 year-round. We've got some seasonals that we do, and a few specialties as well. Your pilot series put some specialty brews in the hands of a consumer 4 times a year. We've got some rough draft exports, which is a little bit of the specialty goes to some of our on-premise establishments and most of our markets. That's our latest release. We've got the American Pale Ale out there right now. You can watch for that. Yeah, and of course we've got the Smoked Porter, which we're serving tonight, our most award-winning beer.
Yeah, that's the beer that everybody knows about. How many states are you in the lower 48?
Okay, we're in 14 states at the moment, and we're continuing to grow. We were in 12 states at the end of last year. We've added 2 more this year, and we're open to add a few more next year. So continuing to grow every year.
Okay, so I'm here with Bo with Black Raven Brewing, and this is your company, is that right?
That's correct.
Tell me about it.
Black Raven Brewing Company is about 3 years old. We're just coming into, well, like I said, our 3rd year, and just gangbusters. We can't keep up with production. We've got a great response from the community, the beer lovers. We underbuilt. We realized that the first year we opened, and we're working really hard to build more production capacity. We're about a 2,400 barrel a year brewery right now, with hopes to get to maybe the 12,000 range in the next 2 or 3 years.
So are you doing packaging or just?
We do limited packaging, mostly across the bar, and we do a lot of draft accounts in town, about 50 and 60, for us a lot of draft accounts. And we do limited bottle packaging.
Now, are you based in Seattle?
That's correct. Well, Redmond, which is an outskirt of Seattle, from here about 5 miles away.
Well, I've been walking through this ballroom for about 20 minutes, and I'm saying, where's a good beer? And everybody's saying it's a Black Raven.
That's good to hear.
And there's a Saison you got going?
If there's any left.
If there's any left, can I have a little bit?
It's a 4-grain Saison, and that we do primary fermentation with the Belgian yeast strain. And then secondary, we rack into white wine barrels, and then we pitch Brettanomyces to that. Let that age out for about a 6-month period, and we'll rack that back into stainless, blend all the barrels back together, let that kind of meld for another month, 2 months, and carbonate it, package, and that's that beer.
It's absolutely delicious.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm here with Brian Cardwell of Chut.
Yes.
I've been hearing great things about your beer all through this room. Tell me about your brewery.
So we're a brewery in the Northwest. We're about 20 miles south of Canada. We're focusing on German-style lagers. Also, we make some English-style ales. Will Kemper, our brewmaster, started Thomas Kemper in the 80s, so he's been doing this for a very long time. We make really easy drinking, well-crafted beers.
And do you do package work, or is it just across the bar, or how do you do it?
All we do is draft at the moment, so we're very small. We have a 10-barrel system. Last year we produced about 1,400 barrels.
That's great. Can you pour me a little something you're proud of?
Here's the Vienna lager.
Oh, that's delicious. Tell me a little bit about the grain bill on this.
The grain bill, it's Vienna malt, a small portion of Pilsner, and then a little bit of Cara aroma in there. That's all. Super simple.
It is. What about the hops?
Hops is Pearly and Tradition, all added within 30 minutes of the starter boil.
Yeah. Well, this is an excellent example. It's really delicious. I appreciate you sharing it with us.
Thank you. So we do German style beer.
My name's Rob. I work at Fremont Brewing Company.
Tell me about your brewery.
Well, Fremont Brewing opened in 2009. We're in the Fremont neighborhood of Seattle, nice little local place, and mostly specialize in IPAs and pales. We work really closely with Pootersbar Farm out in Yakima Valley and get some really excellent hops from those guys, and we try to use them to the best of our ability. But
how many barrels a year?
We are currently doing about 4,000 for 2011 and shooting for 6,000 to 7,000 this year.
Wow, that's a big jump.
Indeed. We're pretty much putting as much effort as we can into expansion right now. That's gradual upswoop, but people seem to be liking it and we like the work. So,
is it going across the bar? Are you doing any packaging?
Actually, we're in the process of putting together a canning line right now, so we're probably going to have cans on the market for the first time in a month or less.
That's great. Hey, I understand you've got a pretty good porter.
Actually, no porter.
No porter?
Mighty fine stout, though.
Oh, the stout. Okay, I'm sorry. I misspoke. Do you have any of it here tonight?
Most definitely.
Tell me about this beer.
So the Dark Star is an imperial oatmeal stout. So it's about 8.5% alcohol. It's going to be nice and thick and rich and roasty, but not too sweet. And the oatmeal is going to give it a nice round mouthfeel. So it's going to go down really smooth.
And it does.
Excellent.
So I'm here with Mark Emily. Mark, tell me about the event. Tell me about what you're doing with the event.
I'm one of the co-organizers for the event. We're here. I've got some of my guys who are helping me out here tonight, running everything that we got going on. It's been good so far, hopefully, but it's been a lot of work for everyone.
Tell me about some of the challenges.
It's all about the details. It really comes down to just taking care of those last minute deals, and that's why we have our great guys like Dan here. Dan is on our sweep up crew. He will take care of all the problems that we have, and basically it's about having the right people in the right place.
Well, one of the things that I noticed is that everybody has a smile on their face.
Yes, I noticed that too. I'm looking around tonight, just talking to my wife, Emily, and I was saying, everyone here is incredibly happy. They're drinking some great beer. It's a really, really good time.
Well, I can tell you, I've been to a bunch of these now, and this is really, from my opinion, it's very well run. I'm really impressed with what you guys have done, and we so much appreciate it. All of us homebrewers appreciate the hard work that you guys have put on.
Thanks. We really, really appreciate that. It's a total community effort. The Washington Homebrewers, and come on, Will, come on. Just other guys like Dan and Will. I mean, it's all about having the right people in the right place and doing the right thing at the right time. And these guys, Mark and Tim, these guys are what it comes down to.
I've seen you before.
Good people, good beers, and a good time.
I am Eric Surface, proprietor, owner, grain schlep, beer bitch, delivery boy, whatever else you want to call it, of Mount Tabor Brewing in Vancouver, Washington.
Vancouver, Washington. How big is your brewery?
We're a 7-barrel brewery. We got 2 fermenters. We got a bright tank on the way, and then we've got a couple of small operations that we run inside there as well.
Cool. Now, do you have a restaurant attached to you? Or?
No, we're just all about drinking beer. We worry about the eating food later.
I like your attitude. Oh, I like your beer too.
Thank you. That's a red ale. Very simple. I like to make beers that are drinkable beers, so I figured if nobody's going to drink them in the tasting room, I'll take them home and drink them myself.
There you go. How long have you been in business?
We've been open for 2.5 years. We originated at the base of Mount Tabor in Portland, Oregon, and then we moved over to Vancouver about 8 months ago. We opened up in a nice little facility downtown. Basically, everything we do is across the bar. We do growler fills, pint sales, and then in and around Vancouver and the Portland metro area, we do limited keg sales, basically to regular customers, regular restaurants, things like that.
Cool. So if I'm a home brewer and you want to give me one good tip about how to make my beer better, do it right now.
See it big, keep it simple, stupid.
I love it. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Come and visit us on the web. At basicbrewing.com, you can find archive lists of both our audio and video podcasts on home brewing. You can also find our DVDs, Extract Brewing and Partial Mashing, Stepping into All Grain, Low-Tech Lagering and Decoction Mashing, Introduction to Wine Kits, and for a limited time, our 2012 Brewer's Logbook. Drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. Write to James at basicbrewing.com, Steve at basicbrewing.com, or just use the contact form on basicbrewing.com.
It's getting to be a long night.